Welcome to this week's What's for Dinner video. My name is Ashley. I'm going to be showing you 4 different meals I made this week. I don't always follow recipes exactly, but if you are interested, I've linked some similar recipes down below. The first dinner I'm going to be showing you is some chicken pesto pasta. I'm going to start off by butterflying my chicken breast in half, and now I'm just going to cut up about 2 chicken breasts into bite-sized pieces. I used 2 chicken breasts, so I made enough for my fiance to take for leftovers. For the vegetable, I'm going to be using some green beans. I'm just drizzling some oil on top, and I'm using some garlic and onion seasoning and some Cajun seasoning. I'm just going to mix this all together, and this will go in the oven at about 350 degrees. I'm going to start off with cooking my chicken, so to a pan I just added some oil on medium heat. I added my chicken, and now I'm adding some garlic seasoning and some more Cajun seasoning. I'm just going to continue cooking this on medium heat until all the chicken is cooked through and no longer pink. I also continuously season the chicken to my desired liking. Once the chicken was done, I just put a lid on top, turned the heat down until the pasta was ready. So I went ahead and just drained the pasta. I added it back into the pot, so now I'm going to add the chicken and the pesto. I do like to season my pesto, so I'm just going to use that same garlic seasoning and the Cajun seasoning. I'm also going to add in a good amount of Parmesan cheese, nothing fancy, just the canned kind. I'm just going to keep adding in some more cheese until I think it's all ready. This is how everything looked when it was done. This is my fiance's plate. I just served it with a slice of garlic bread. This is probably one of his favorite meals, pesto. The next dinner I'm going to be showing you was a barbecue chicken pizza with some onions and jalapenos. So again, I'm just going to start by chopping up the chicken into small bite-sized pieces. I'm going to get that cooking on a skillet, so I'm just seasoning some Louisiana seasoning and some more garlic and herb seasoning. This is the only thing I need to cook for the pizza, so once this is done, I can start assembling it. For the topping of onions, I just chopped part of a red onion into slices. I'm actually not a huge pizza person, but barbecue chicken pizza is definitely my favorite. So once I'm done chopping up the onion, I'm just going to go ahead and work on the pizza. I'm just going to use my favorite barbecue sauce. I use the Sweet Baby Ray's original. This pizza dough came in just a packet. I think it would probably be much better if you make your own dough or to start from a fresh pizza dough, but this is all I had. So I'm just going to squeeze a good amount of barbecue sauce on the pizza and spread it out. I'm going to be using a mixture of Monterey Jack cheese and some sharp cheddar cheese, so I just go back and forth using both cheeses until I think I have enough. The next step is to add my cooked chicken, so I'm just going to spoon that on top. I do add a good amount of chicken though. The next topping is my red onions that I just cut up. I do add also a heavy amount of these. And last is my jalapenos. These are just some pickled jalapenos from the jar. I do think some fresh jalapenos would probably be that much better though. This is how the pizza looked when it was done. It fed both me and my fiance, and he had some extra to take to lunch the next day. The next dinner I'm going to show you, I made some chicken enchilada casserole and some refried beans. I do my refried beans in the oven like this. I learned this from Jen Chapin, and I just think it's way easier than cooking them on a stovetop. So once this is all flattened out, I just add my cheese. I'm just adding again some Monterey Jack cheese and some cheddar cheese. This again will go in the oven at about 350 degrees. For the top of the enchilada casserole, I'm actually going to be putting some fresh jalapenos. I just pressure cooked my chicken in my Instant Pot for about 20 minutes. Now I am just shredding it up. I'm going to add some diced green chilies. I'm going to add some enchilada sauce, some garlic salt, some onion powder, and some cumin. I'm just going to mix this all together, and I'm going to add some cheese. This will be the filling for my enchilada casserole. To my 13x9 pan, I'm just going to add some enchilada sauce to make it not stick. I'm going to layer my corn tortillas. Once that is all layered, I'm just going to add my enchilada filling. I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to layer my corn tortillas to make sure everything is covered. Next, I'm going to add my enchilada sauce on top of the corn tortillas just to make sure everything is nice and saucy. I'm going to spread that around and add any extra that I need. Now for the fun part is the cheese. I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to layer both Monterey Jack cheese and cheddar cheese on top. I'm going to place my jalapenos. I used 2 jalapenos for this. I will cover this with foil, and this went in the oven at about 375 degrees for about 20 minutes. This is how everything looked when it was done. I just covered it with some sour cream. The last dinner I'm going to be showing you, I just made some buffalo chicken paninis and a pasta side. I just used the pastaroni white cheddar shells. I totally made this wrong. I wasn't supposed to add all of this together, but I mean, it's the same thing. For my chicken, I also just cooked this in my Instant Pot, so I'm just going to shred this up. I only have about 2 breasts here. I'm just going to add my buffalo sauce and some ranch. I'm just going to mix this all together and keep shredding it up. This will be the filling for my paninis. I am using 2 pieces of sourdough bread. I'm just going to layer some cheddar cheese, my buffalo chicken mixture, the other Monterey Jack cheese, and I'm going to grill this on my George Foreman grill. I don't use butter, I just use a cooking spray on the grill, and I let this cook until everything's cooked through and golden brown. This is how the mac and cheese turned out. This is how everything looked when it was done. Thank you so much for watching this week's What's for Dinner video. Make sure you come back next week for another one.